Hi, welcome to Classic Car Cave. So on my part 5, I think it is, the one I've just put up, I had some comments on getting this cab level, and there were some very good ideas. I mean, obviously it has to be level to the chassis, but the floor in here, it's not 100% level. The tyres, everything, the springs and so on and so forth. So I've got to kind of work to a common kind of goal and use a bit of common sense here. So the cab is as level as I can get it just now, but what's the most important thing right now is to shore it up. But what I need to do next, before we go anywhere else, because I've tacked it all up, is put the front back on. So I need to put on the wings, the hood, the front grille, everything, and see if it all lines up, because if it's tilted just even a slight degree up or down, it isn't going to match up. So that's going to dictate where the cab actually sits in the end. As it stands at the moment, there was wooden blocks, wedges, underneath these two pieces on either side here that were obviously destroyed because they were rotten. And I'm not sure exactly the right size or where they were and what the degree of angle was. So the best thing I can do now is over the weekend is put some of the stuff back onto the vehicle and see how it sits, whether it's down too low going forward, or it's too high, or it's too left or right. That's really the only way I can work it. So I hope you watching and enjoy me trying to get this cab put together correctly and see the front back on the first time since it's been sandblasted. I've got this level on my phone. You see, that's in 0. I have to do it on the front of there. Oh, it's that magnet, hang on. Is it there? Yeah. 0. This chassis is awkward to walk around or get in and out of. Oh yeah, 0. So I can only work with some basics. And this is live the first time. I'm going to cut this now and see how the door shuts and opens and so on and so forth. So hopefully it doesn't fall off. So I can get it open. Ah, there we go. Okay, oh. It opens. I'll go around and do the other side and see how that looks. Hang on, I'll go around that way. Ah. Yeah. It's too far forward. I have to do something with that hinge. So that's how it looks when the wings are back on, and the grille, the radiator and the bonnet. but there's only 2 bolts in each wing, 4 screws in that grille, and the radiator's not positioned at all because bolts are sheared on it and the rubber's broken on the bottom. But yeah, doesn't look too bad for a first fit in. The cab needs to come up on the back. I can see that, I'll show you it right now. So you can see obviously that's all busted up there. These wings are damaged here, so, but they sit quite nice for the first go. There's little triangular pieces going there, but unfortunately they're rotten. There's 2 of them here. This is one, and that's the other one. But I can see just by looking at that, before I go even any further, you can see here where the wing line is, and you can see that it's inside. So that cab definitely needs to, it needs to go back and come up on the back. So I'll take it around the other side. You can see that isn't too bad for a first fit, even though it's not fettled or anything yet. The hinges are not together. You can see there. But it's here where the problem is. You can see again, same situation. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lift the back of the cab and see if I can't get that to straighten up a little bit. I'll lift the back just to prove it. So what I will do is I'll reposition the front ones to make it line up. But it isn't too bad for the first go. Let's have a little look and see how it looks. But I don't know what your thoughts are, guys, but that, I don't like the way that grille is tilted. I know it's original and the wings are massive and far too big. I think turning this into a hot rod, this has got to be, it's got to come off here like this, it's got to be cut out. I would say something like that. So, sort of in there. A nice, well, a nice sweep. Sort of, I don't know, like something like that. That would look much better and get rid of some of that. And I'll get rid of some of the alignment problems. I don't know. The grille is nice and I think that would clean up very well, but it's so long and I'm not particularly keen on the angle. Although, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments. But definitely those wings should be cut in. I don't like that bit on the front like that. Anyway, I'll give it a lift up on the back and see if that makes any difference. Okay, so I've undone these bolts here and these are out completely. They're just sitting in there. So they're just on, but they've got a bit of wiggle room on both sides. Now I've lifted it up on the back. You can see how far it is off here, from here to here. Obviously I'm not going to move this. What I'll do is I'll make the front, when I put the new legs in, I'll change the direction there if this works. So I'll give it a shot now. There's the stays that hold the radiator in place, which will be staying, but they'll be crowned up I suppose or something. Again, that one's loose. Oh sorry, that one's off and that one's loose. So there's enough wiggle room now to play with it. So I'll try it again. Okay, so you can see how high that is now off the actual chassis. So that's how much I need to tilt it down on the front. But the fact that I'm going to remove the 2 legs, but what that will do then is screw up the windows. Okay, something I'll have to look at. But if you look here, you can see it's still, I mean, it's only laid on. But you can see there, that's getting to a much better fit. I'll have to repair this top bit first. Sorry, I'm trying to hold it, and you can see it's better. And here I can change this around the grille. That's not a problem. And again, that's just coming over to one side. But you can see it's actually twisted as well. So it's a bit more to this side. But you can see that that line is much better than it was. So it also needs to come down on the front. and that bonnet is too high that way. Well, I mean, it's not too, there you go, it would sit like that. But you can see there's too much of a gap there. I take it to the back, you can see, I mean there obviously would be rubber on that, but that's tilted too far forward I think, although the gap looks pretty good there. Maybe not. Yeah, it would seem that the extra few millimeters I've put in with the box section has created that up to a point, but also the wedges are out of the car that were underneath these busted legs here in the corners. This one here, it's like a tea bag. That one's not much better. So if that's the case, I need to come down with the front and I need to work out over that length what the reduction should be in the front to get us kind of there. There's a lot of things I can play with. The wings, you can see somebody's actually tried to put the wings through the chassis there, which wouldn't have been like that originally, because there's a side step on this. But the actual shape here isn't too bad. It's all I can play with it easily, because unfortunately these sides are pretty badly damaged. But that's definitely better than it was. Definitely. Yeah, sorry about the close-ups, but I'm trying to look at it as you're looking at it. Yeah. And obviously this has come away. This has actually come away from this side. It's all busted here. So I think what I'll do is try and repair that so I can lay it on the cowling properly. I think otherwise I'm fighting myself. Anyway guys, that's the start of it. So as usual, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and I'll put another one up when I've moved ahead with it. But I think I need to fix that bonnet together first, even though I've got to keep taking it apart because it's rods. I cleaned all the rods that hold these side pieces on where they fold, but the centre one's absolutely jammed in there, so it's probably a good day's work trying to get that apart without destroying it. But anyway, let me know what you think about this front. I definitely think these would look better. I mean, obviously once the dents and everything out, but I definitely think this would look better if it was cupped here. And I might be able to move the grille a little bit. We'll see. Anyway, take care. Bye for now.